Rain, always rain. It fell against Lucas's window, blurring the world outside. Each drop, a tiny hammer against the glass. He watched, his breath fogging the pane. He felt cold, a coldness that went deeper than the weather. It lived inside him, a knot of loneliness he couldn't unravel. 15 years old, and Lucas felt invisible, a ghost in his own life. His parents, both doctors, were always working. His friends, if he could even call them that, barely noticed him. "I'm here," he thought, pressing his hand against the cold glass. "But I'm not really here." The rain came down harder now, a torrent against the window. Lucas imagined himself out there, running into the storm, letting the rain wash away the emptiness that clung to him. But he didn't move. He just sat, watching the water cascade down the glass, blurring the world outside into an impressionist painting of gray and green. Lucas sighed, a long, shuddering breath. The rain seemed to echo his sadness, a melancholic symphony played out on his windowpane. The school cafeteria was a cacophony of noise and movement. Laughter, shouts, the clatter of trays, all blended into a dull roar. But Lucas sat alone, as always, at a table by the window. The rain still fell outside, mirroring the storm inside him. He unwrapped his sandwich, the same turkey and cheese his mother left for him every day. It tasted like loneliness. He watched the other kids, their faces animated with conversation and laughter. He longed to be a part of their world, to feel the warmth of their acceptance. But there was an invisible barrier between him and the other students, a wall built of his own shyness and their indifference. He was an island in a sea of faces. He ate his sandwich slowly, each bite a reminder of his isolation. The bell rang, signaling the end of lunch. Lucas shoved the rest of his sandwich back into its plastic bag. He stood up, a ghost among the living, and slipped out of the cafeteria unnoticed. The house was silent when Lucas got home. The only sound was the ticking of the grandfather clock in the hallway. It was a big house, too big for 3 people who were never really there. Lucas tossed his backpack on the floor, the thud echoing in the stillness. On the kitchen counter, he found a note from his mother, scrawled on a yellow sticky note. "Working late again. Dinner's in the fridge. Love you, Mom." The words blurred as Lucas blinked back tears. It wasn't that he doubted his mother's love. It was just that he felt so utterly alone. The house amplified his solitude. He wandered from room to room, the silence pressing in on him. His father's study was dark, the leather chair empty. His parents' bedroom was neat and impersonal, like a hotel room. Lucas felt like an intruder in his own home. He went back to his room and collapsed on his bed, burying his face in his pillow. The rain continued to fall outside, a steady drumbeat against the window pane. He closed his eyes, wishing for something, anything, to chase away the emptiness. The rain had finally stopped. A watery sun peeked through the clouds. Lucas wandered aimlessly, his feet leading him down unfamiliar streets. He found himself at the edge of town. A house, half hidden by overgrown trees and tangled vines. It was old and dilapidated, with peeling paint and boarded-up windows. Lucas felt strangely drawn to the house. He took a deep breath and stepped into the shadows.